Our topic for today is Filipino cultural values. Sabi dito, the Filipino value system or Filipino values refers to the set of values or the value system that a majority of Filipinos have historically held important in their lives. Sabi dito, the community expects you how to act. Ibig sabihin, may mga ethics tayo na sinusunod na dati pa. Kaya ngayon, ang society is ine-expect tayo na ganito yung papakita or gagawin natin. For example, you should respect the elders kasi yun yung nakasanayan. So, everyone should expect to respect all the elders because ito na yung ginagawa dati pa and many more. At lahat ng ito is ito-topic natin.
Utang na loob, reciprocity. Obligation and responsibility are often viewed in terms of reciprocity. Utang na loob comprise of debt, utang, and inner self-free will na loob. The process begins with an unsolicited gift and continues going often into the next generation. Obligation and responsibility are often viewed in terms of reciprocity. Kung saan dito yung utang na loob na kailangan mong i-reciprocate sa kanya. Example, may tumulong sa'yo na kung saan down na down ka, kaya kailangan mo siyang i-reciprocate sa kanya kung anong ginawa niya. Kunwari, may kailangan siya. Kailangan mo din i-reciprocate na tulong at tutulungan mo din siya tulad ng pagtulong niya sa'yo. In business, utang na loob, good or bad for business, depends on a lot of consideration, but it's affect the way of businesses conducted, especially when the business person to confronted an ethical issue. Dito naman, kung ang utang na loob mo may bad and good effect. Ang good effect dito is pwede mo, in terms na utang na loob, matutulungan yung company mo. Kunwari, mag-invest siya sa company mo, pwede siya makatulong sa business mo. Kung saan mas mag-grow. Yung bad effect naman dito is pwede siyang magka-conflict sa business mo. Kunwari, tutulungan ka, pero yung iba yung pakay niya sa'yo, mas ida-down niya yung business mo.
Filial piety. Filial piety is a virtue of respect for one's parents, elders, and ancestors. Filial piety is an important concept in Filipino culture. It is understood as essential to maintain the collective faith of the family and to avoid experiencing hiya. Dito, sa part na to, it is explaining that a person or especially a Filipino should respect their elderly kasi base sa ating cultural values, Filipinos should always respect the elderlies kasi they believe that elderlies have had a lot more experience than us childrens. It means they are always right. Sila ay laging tama, in short. That is why it is very important na i-respect daw sila dahil kung hindi mo ito ginawa, you could experience hiya, which is shame.
Hiya. It's a Filipino guide's action to ensure respectful exchange to avoid causing offense to others. Kung saan yung tayo mga Pilipino, lagi tayong may hiya, lalo na kung bago pa lang tayo sa isang lugar, kung saan wala ka pa lang ng self-confidence, kung saan wala ka pang kilala, kaya nahihiya ka. Kung sa business naman ipapasok yung hiya or shame. Humanity's insults or fails. To meet the standards, they make feel ashamed and they lose self-esteem. Kung saan wala ka ng self-esteem dito. Example, kung sa business mo, kailangan mo mag-promote ng isang product. Na kung ikaw ay galing sa Filipino culture na lagi kang mahihiya, na magkita ka sa madaming tao, may expose ka. Mahihiya ka dito kung makipag-communicate ka sa kanila, kung ipopromote mo yung product, o walang mangyayari sa business mo. Imbes ma-boost yung product na ikakaganda ng business mo, may i-promote mo, walang mangyayari kasi nahihiya ka, wala ka self-esteem.
So, nasa part na tayo ng padrino system, palakasan patronage. Patronage system or patronage in the Filipino culture and politics is the value system where one gains favor, promotion, or political appointment through family affiliation or friendship. Dito, we are prioritizing the family or friendship or mga relatives natin. For example, I am a member or an employee sa isang magandang company and mataas ang position ko. At yung ginagawa ko is, kumukuha ako ng workers na family members or mga relatives na malapit sa akin. And yung mga binibigay kong trabaho sa kanila is rather high positions na. Hindi ako nagbibigay ng mga low. Dahil nga, relatives ko na sila, binibigyan ko na sila ng mataas. And sabi dito, nepotism is a practice of hiring family members regardless of their qualification. Dito naman, sa nepotism, only family members ang iyong ina-appoint or kinukuhang employee. Regardless kung ano man ang capacity niya, if matalino siya, or anong kakayanan niya. For example, hindi naman siya ganun kagalingan, pero nilagay mo siya sa position na yun dahil he or she a family member. Then, move on tayo sa cronyism. Is the other side of nepotism. It is the act of hiring friends regardless of qualification. One of the main problems with cronyism, which you also find in nepotism, is the feeling of entitlement that employee hire under these circumstances feel. Sabi dito naman, kabaliktaran naman to ng nepotism. Sa nepotism, you are hiring family members. Sa cronyism naman is you are hiring your friends, which is kahit hindi mo naman alam na capable siya sa work na ito, is hinahire mo siya dahil kaibigan mo siya. And one of the factors na nakaka-affect dito is yung feeling or your relationship that you build with them. Siyempre, of course, nasa maganda kang company. Gusto nilang magtrabaho, of course, i-offer mo sila. At the same time, kukunin mo na rin sila kahit wala talaga silang capability na magawa yung work. Which is, if titignan nyo, it is a negative or unethical way. But in the Filipino culture, this is the ethical way because sabi nga sa Filipino cultures, we always need to prioritize our family regardless kung ano man ang negative na meron ito. Kasi ito ang Filipino values natin na sinusunod. At kung ikaw ay lumabag dito, you can experience hiya, which is the shame.
Suki relationships usually takes in many business transactions. Used to measure to build trust and at the very least hasted and development of Suki-like arrangement. Dito naman is, nakita mo to sa business sa palengke. Kung saan bibili yung parent mo ng karne, kung sa karne man or gulay, pupunta sila sa mga trusted nilang tindahan. Kahit madami silang competition na nagtitinda doon, pupunta pa rin sila kung saan trusted na kinagisnan na nila. Kinagisnan na nila kung saan sila bibili. Trusted na kung saan yung quality, yung price, napasok dun sa product na bibili nila.
Bahala na. So, sabi dito, when they are unable to decide their next course or of action, or when they have no idea what will happen next, they say this phrase as if they want it to go with the flow and not to work on it. From the word itself, bahala na. Hindi nila alam kung ano yung next step nila. Basta go in the flow na lang sila. Which means, wala silang planning or pagkaka-organize kasi bahala na eh. Nag-go with the flow na lang sila. Hindi na nila iniisip anong mangyayari next. And that is one of our nakasanayan ng mga Filipino na laging bahala na. Now, we're down on our last topic which is the mañana habit. Procrastination, which most of Filipinos experience this and always do this, especially to students. Sabi dito, mañana habit comes from the Spanish words means manana, which literally means tomorrow or unspecified future time. Hence, mañana habit refers to the procrastination or putting off for tomorrow what can be done today. So, sabi dito is, ito yung nire-refer nila na bukas ko na lang gagawin, tomorrow na lang. And malaking epekto sa mga students or mga business workers kasi magpa-pile up yung mga work natin eh. Hanggang sa masyado ka ng maraming gagawin, di mo na alam anong i-start mo, which is very negative. And nakasanayan ito ng mga Pilipino na bukas na lang, but many Filipino always do this, pero natatapos naman nila kasi doon parang nabubus yung energy nila or nagiging masipag sila kapag malapit na yung deadline. Sabi pa dito, the mañana habit synonymous the Filipino expression mamaya na is just another term of procrastination, which is favorite word nila yan. Mamaya na or bukas na. So, here are some examples of procrastination.
That's to the point where effects and procrastination affects what and when you deliver customers. You are obviously in trouble. Late it may cause a reputation for tiredness. Dito naman yung lagi mong dala-dala yung business mo, yung reputasyon ng business mo na dapat maayos na yung pinapakita sa mga ibang tao. Halimbawa dito, ang ethical na pag-uugali at anumang pagkilos na pwede makaka-affect ito sa pagkakaroon ng reputasyon ng pinuno ng negosyo or brand. Maaari itong maka-cause kung saan magiging masira ang reputasyon ng business mo. Halimbawa dito, yung pagsira ng brand mo. Pag-post sa social media laban ng brand na maaaring maging komplikado or di maayos sa mga business mo. Makakapinsala ito sa business mo na makita na, ay, ganyan pag-ugali ng business na to. Ay, yung reputasyon nito, ganyan.
Dito tayo sa missed opportunities. If you're on top of your workload, you'll also be a much better position to take advantage of new opportunities. Sabi dito, kung marami ka ng workload, masyado na talagang marami. Minsan, yung mga opportunity or yung work na meron ka dito, hindi mo na gagawin. Lalagpasan mo na lang sila. Gagawin mo kung ano yung nandito na or mga bago, which is, it is also a sign of procrastination na binabaliwala mo na lang yung mga dating topics tas mag-move on ka agad. And then, last, roadblocks, bottlenecks. When you start avoiding things, it can interrupt the workflow in your business. Then, an accumulation of things that haven't been done leads stress for you and frustration for other team members. So, ito yung procrastination. Like, may work ka ngayon, pero sinasabukas mo. Yung nagpa-pile up na sila, yung dumadami na sobra ang mga work mo. For example, as a student, in a group, marami kayong ginagawa. Ito, gagawin nyo ito. Tapos, dadagdag na naman yung gagawin nyo. Hindi mo gagawin yun kasi may bago na naman. Hanggang sa pumuno na siya. Hanggang sa mahirapan na kayong matapos ito. And, hindi lang ikaw yung ma-affect nun. Pati yung mga members mo and your classmates. Kasi, you are a group Ganun din naman sa work. For example, nag-work kayo, tas may binigay na project sa inyo. Tas dumami ng dumami. Hindi lang naman ikaw ang mahihirapan o ma-frustrate. Even your members in that project na binigay sa inyo. Which hindi lang talaga ikaw ang maapektuhan kung hindi marami. Thank you so much!